I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, never get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck. Don't make way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We act the rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. You got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution, around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous in that job peruse it.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, this is the National Football League.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Another carry now for Madison. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. This is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On play action, Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Cousins to throw it. He gets it to Addison. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Lawrence. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Here's Powell on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, Cousins. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Cousins. Addison hauls it in. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Bullard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2nd and a couple. They go play action with Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Now Lawrence to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start on the ground with Madison, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Pass complete to Addison. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards to go, second down. Here's a give to Madison running right. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee. Here's Cam Akers. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. That is caught, and he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Here's Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. In motion right is Osborne. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Cousins. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Madison is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Into the hands of Ingram. And they're going to get another first down here up at midfield.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Here now, 3rd down. Here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And it's incomplete. They